Greetings, listeners in Listenerland. Welcome to St. Louis in Tune with Arnold Stricker and Mark Langston, where we size up current and historic events involving people, places, and things in areas such as the arts, crime, education, employment, faith, finance, food, government, health, history, housing, humor, justice, and sports. We originate from and connect the gateway city to what's going on regionally, nationally, internationally, and galactically. Because we just came off a spaceship with
I know.
that.
That's good. That's good.
So, folks, if you would love some spirited and eclectic music
Yeah.
for these instruments, flute, clarinet, strings, and keyboards, and there's some world premieres going on. November the 18th, that's a Friday, from 7:30 to 9 p.m. at the Pillsbury Ballroom at 560 Trinity Avenue, you will hear a wonderful group. And
Is that in U City, University City?
that's in U City. Dana Hodel, who's the executive director of Chamber Project St. Louis, is on the line. Welcome back, Dana.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
I love this, a spirited and eclectic program. So describe that spirited and eclectic program a little bit for us.
So what we like to do with our program, so this is a chamber music concert. So we have classical chamber music, but we have a different take on what those concerts are like. They're a little bit non-traditional. And what we love to do is take old music and new music and smash them together and see what happens. And on this program, we also have music from around the globe. We have music from around the world. We have 300-year-old music. We have brand new music and a bunch of stuff in between. And it's all connected together through this idea of groove, of the rhythmic groove or the rhythmic drive in music.
So all of these pieces are, would you say, are all upbeat?
There's some slower grooves and interspersed, I would say, as part of in music, there's always like slow, fast contrast. There's a slow waltz in one of them that's really beautiful. But a lot of it's pretty spirited. It's pretty toe-tapping goodness kind of stuff, but all the way back in 28, High Society Venice.
Wow.
Toe-tapping right up through some Vivaldi on this program, which is the oldest piece. And we have Grammy Award winner Libby Larson. We have her piece called Barn Dances, which she took actual cowboy dance steps as her point of departure, and then wrote a little suite for flute, clarinet, and piano based on these cowboy dance steps. So it's not like she's recreating that particular music, but that was her point of departure. And they have really fun names like Rattlesnake Twist and is the last movement. So that's a really fun piece. So we like to have this linking element between pieces, but then the pieces themselves are from a pretty diverse source.
So she used that for inspiration. There's not going to be any like rattlesnake line dancing, cowboy line dancing or anything like that.
No rattlesnakes at the concert. I don't know. If people want to get up and line dance, they can do it. But no, it's
slapping leather.
Yeah,
my favorite. I like slapping leather. There's a line dance called slapping leather. Used to always do those line dances.
That.
Oh yeah, I used to always do
line dance. Yeah. I went once ages ago. It was really fun.
And that was
like
enough.
A whole culture, a whole community.
It is a whole culture and community. It is. It's good exercise for us older folks. Yeah, it really is. But I've never seen so many people doing the same thing. Wow, they're all moving the same way. It's amazing. No, we had one. Slapping leather's pretty fun. Yeah, slapping leather's one of my favorite line dances.
So you don't? Are you going to be okay with people tapping their feet out in the audience?
They better tap their feet.
Yeah, you tell them, Dan.
And a couple of St. Louis composers on the concert also, Blaketon, and Christopher Ward.
Yeah, Blake Hurton.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about their stuff.
So we start with Blake. So Blake is a St. Louis composer. He's a young man, and he released this EP. He calls it new age instrumental kind of crossover sounds. And he went to music school, and he's a music educator, and he wrote this piece and self-released it. And we heard it, and we were like, this is great. You want to make this work for us, for what we do? And so he has adapted some of the songs he's already written from that EP, and we'll be performing them kind of the premiere of the presentation. We grouped them together as a suite, and it's called Concert Black Suite, which is his performance and his what's the word I'm looking for? His stage name is Concert Black. And so we're really excited to have him and to play his music. It's really melodic and tuneful, and it very much speaks to community here in St. Louis and his experience of growing up here and in his life experiences. And each piece has a little bit of a story to it. And so we're really excited to work with him. And so he'll be there. He'll be at the concert, so you can meet him too. And so that's like a new thing. And that's part of we have a commissioning project, which means that we hire composers to write brand new music for us. And this is, I believe, this season where by the time we're done this year, we will have commissioned 15 new pieces of music by St. Louis composers, which is a huge accomplishment, and we couldn't do it without our donor base. So St. Louis has really made these things happen, and it's a really unique thing. We're the only group in town doing anything like this, or even regionally or nationally, to have this many pieces by local composers created. It's really a cool thing that our community has helped that happen. And what's wonderful about that is when you have music written by a local composer, like, it really speaks to you in the audience, because it's about your life, really, because they're right here with you. They live in the same place you do at the same time. And so while it's, of course, nice to listen to 300-year-old Baroque music and get that experience, it's equally or even more valuable to hear, what is this composer writing today?
Can you buy
What's
those?
going on for them?
Can you buy those like on a CD or
No,
something?
we have not made it. We don't have a CD yet. We'd love to make a CD of our commissions if anyone would like to make a big donation. They are very expensive to make a CD, but we have 15 and we would love to professionally record. We have live recordings of them all.
Okay, that's good.
But we would love to professionally, record them. And later in the year, in June, we'll have our third commission from Stephanie Berg, who has written some fabulous music for us. And her piece is called Tomorrow's Garden. And it's about climate change and how even like the way we use our yards or our gardens can have a positive impact, and just like making up for the loss of the natural habitat that absorbs so much carbon. Anyway, it's a beautiful piece, and we can't wait to play it. She's written some great stuff for us in the past. So that happens in June 2nd at the St. Louis Art Museum.
Talk about Christopher's piece. He's another one, right?
Christopher Weir. So this is an interesting piece, and this is a piece we've played before. And it's actually, what this was is a local musician, Vera Parkin, pianist and a really fabulous educator, and runs for a long time ran the college prep music programs in town. And she found this Romanian folk band called Teref de Hajduk. And they're this amazing band, and they play Roma, which is the ethnic music of, we would have historically said, gypsy music. We all prefer the term Roma. So the Roma fits the ethnic music of the Roma people. It's folk music, and Teref de Hajduk is one of the premier bands in Romania of this music with a very long history. And so she found this band and loved it. And it would be really cool to have written out for string quartet and clarinet. And so she then commissioned Christopher Weir, who's a local composer, and he was a longtime violist in the St. Louis Symphony, and has written, he's very prolific. He has loads of pieces. But she commissioned him to transcribe and arrange a selection of pieces from a live concert that they released on a CD. And so he did an amazing job. So they're like a 10 or 12 person band. We can't really tell. And then he took that and reduced it to 5 people and tried to get all the sounds of the cymbalum, which is like a hammered dulcimer. How do you get a hammered dulcimer effect on a violin? It's very, very groovy, right? It's all groove based, and it's wild and raucous, and it's a really, really fun piece. So we're excited to bring it back. We played it, I'm not sure, we probably played it about 10 years ago. And so we've brought that back for our 15th season. We're bringing back a few of our favorites and sprinkling them through our 15th season. And that's one of them. So that's a really, really fun piece, and will be the closer. We'll have a rousing ending to this concert.
That's fascinating, because if you are a listener, you may not know a lot of the background behind that. And what you just described, how do you get a dulcimer sound out of a violin or out of a different kind of instrument, and the adaptation that can take place, or how you have to maneuver to get that done. And I know as a performer, these are always fun to play. They're challenging many times, but they're fun to play. And will the composers like Christopher, if he's going to be there, and Blake, will they talk about these things so the listener, oh, yeah, I get that now? Or will just your music notes have that in the program?
All of our programs are narrated. Yeah, so if Chris or Blake will definitely be talking. I'm not sure I have to talk to Chris about it, but yes, there will be lots of talking, and that's a huge part of our programs is that they're narrated. And so we link this element, or we weave this element through, and we always this little interesting thing, or sometimes a big interesting thing about the music you're about to hear it's very much a story, right? These things are woven together through story in the program. So yeah, all of it will be mentioned, and because you just get this little piece of information like that, and your experience of the music completely changes, as opposed to just sitting and here's this random piece of music, enjoy. If you get a little bit of information about it, it can really become something different for you.
And I think the chamber group has a much more intimate kind of setting and involvement with the quote-unquote audience than it would be like a large symphony orchestra kind of thing. Would you agree with that or disagree?
Oh, absolutely agree. I think chamber music is much more intimate, and you can get really close up to the musicians. You can hear the individual players a lot better. And especially at our concerts, it's a lot less formal. So when you go to a big concert hall, you hear the orchestra, there's typically quite a few rules, right, about sitting and when to clap. And these are it's like a ritual. There's a certain ritual to it, which once you know what it is, can be really comforting and lovely and wonderful. It can also be a little bit intimidating. It's a lot of people in a space with a big orchestra, and everybody wants to hear, and a lot of the music can be beautifully very quiet and gentle, or of course really super loud too. But in the chamber music concert, it's very different. That we're going to have drinks available. We always try to do that when we can, just to make it more social. At the intermissions can linger sometimes if people are really chatty and enjoying each other's company at intermission. We just kind of let that roll and clap whenever you want. Still a sit-down listening experience. The point is to listen, but it is a more intimate, casual. A lot of our audience comes over and over. They come a lot. We have a really great core base of fans, and they love to see each other and see us. We're available to talk. So we don't walk off and do a backstage and hide. We'll come out and
I was going to ask that.
And
yeah.
So,
can we come talk to you after the performance?
Absolutely. Yes.
You're approachable? Okay, great.
Yeah, we love it. We love that. And over the years, we get to know our audience members quite well. And new people are I think, what we love about our community we've created is we know that people who come for the first time feel very welcome and included in that community. Like, oh, hey, great. New people, welcome. We'd love to have you. That's a very warm and inviting community.
So the 15th season, folks out there listening, you can catch The Groove, which is going to be performed by the Chamber Project St. Louis, and this is Friday, November 18th. From 7:30 to 9 o'clock at 560 Trinity Avenue, the Pillsbury Ballroom in University City. And Dana, how can...
It's at the...
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, to enter 560 Music Center in the Pillsbury Ballroom.
560 Music
The building is the 560 Music, and there's several venues within that space, and we will be in the Pillsbury Ballroom.
Okay, thank you for that correction.
Yeah.
560 Music Center in the Pillsbury Ballroom. That's in University City.
Yeah.
And how can people get tickets?
You can go to our website, which is chamberprojectstl.org.
And there's a link right on there, and it takes you to that ticket place.
Yeah.
Do you play?
Yep, that's it.
Dana, do you play an instrument? What? Oh,
I play the clarinet.
The clarinet. Okay. That's great.
Yeah.
And you'll be playing on stage? I'm sure you will.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine you're not.
And Nina will be playing piano. We interviewed Nina last week.
Oh, is that right? Nina's
for her concerto?
Yeah. She's quite a pianist.
Yeah, we talked with her last week and had fun in that discussion. So this is going to be a great concert. 15th season? Oh.
15th. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been great.
Dana Hodel, thanks very much for talking to us about this. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Enjoyed it.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye, Dana.
Bye. Thanks. Bye.
All right.
Yeah, so folks, you can get tickets at chamberprojectstl.org. And that takes you to actually a Washington University events page, and you can order tickets through there. This is November the 18th. That's a Friday evening from 7:30 to 9 o'clock. 560 Music Center, the Pillsbury Ballroom, 560 Trinity Avenue in University City. We appreciate you listening to this episode of St. Louis in Tune. If you enjoy this episode, please consider letting us know. The best way to do this is by rating us on Apple Podcast. You could even write a review. St. Louis in Tune is produced in cooperation with KWRH 92.9 FM and Motif Media Group. For St. Louis in Tune, I'm Arnold Stricker.